Good morning, Team Genesis Associates. I want to especially extend a warm welcome to our associates in the UK and Canada who joined us this morning. Many of you heard our Tuesday night corporate call where we shared what a success our Success Saturday training was last week in Tempe, Arizona. It was a big hit right on the heels of our brilliant flash sale that put a lot of money in our checks last week and renewed the spirit and confidence of CTFO associates in the bright future of this great program. We can expect to see record-setting enrollments and sales days from here on out, and for good reason. First, we're a free business opportunity that includes a $500,000 online superstore selling one of the hottest products in the world today, CBD. And we have over 70 high-quality, pure CBD and non-CBD products that are transforming the way people feel, think, and look. That's powerful stuff. And we guarantee our customers satisfaction. We have a pay plan that's a hybrid designed so everyone has a shot at success here. And finally, we have a 10x Pure Advantage with an exclusive and patented technology that supercharges our CBD oil for superior bioavailability and other benefits that will soon be revealed to the field. To our serious business builders throughout the United States, UK, and Canada, we look forward to doing events in your area in 2019. All that set aside, let's get on with this morning's training where we'll cover some key success concepts with you inside the next 30 minutes. We'll be discussing marketing strategies and how to successfully grow your CTFO business your way and the kind of people to look for. And finally, once you've found someone and onboarded them to CTFO, what's next? Let's start at the beginning and cover some of the ways you can promote your CBD business. Remember, there's no one right way. Just start on a path that feels right to you. The point is, just start. Oftentimes, associates will start their careers here with us by doing a shotgun effect, marketing their program lots of different ways at first because they don't know what's going to work just yet. They'll do a little of this and a little of that, until a few weeks or months down the road, they can measure their results and see where associate enrollments and new customers are originating from and begin to narrow down their marketing efforts to just one or two strategies and get really good at those. We have a lot of marketing options available to you to help you grow your CTFO business in a way that suits your skills and your relationships and your budget. For example, I'm a people person. So word of mouth is my favorite way to promote our products and business opportunity. I'll tell you a quick story about 45-minute span of time yesterday when I had no intention of being in business. I went in to have my feet ultrasound as I'm trying to recover from frostbitten toes from a cryotherapy session gone bad. And the nurse that was actually doing my ultrasound exposed to me that her son, I think he's 17 years of age, is severely autistic and a type 1 diabetic. And I said to her, have you ever heard of CBD? And she said, actually, we use CBD for my son. My next question to her, of course, would be, is it clean and pure? She says, well, I don't really know that. How would you know? And I said, well, I don't know what your son is using, but I know I have a line of CBD products that are the purest and best in the market. And she said, I'm interested. Let's finish out this exam, and then you can give me your information and we'll touch bases again. So we finished up my ultrasound. I got dressed and was ready to leave. And she said, instead of you just giving me a business card, why don't you just bring your products on Tuesday for your follow-up with us when you're going over your test results with your surgeon, and I'll just buy your products at that time. So that was just my doctor's appointment. Then I'm heading for home and decide to pivot from my journey and jump into a car wash and get in line to get my car cleaned up. And while I'm waiting, and I'm in the viewing area where cars are being washed and rinsed, there's a wonderful gal next to me who's with her nephew. And we began talking. And in about 7 minutes, I learned that her husband owns an air conditioning business. She's about to be impregnated with her brother's baby because he and his wife can't carry their own child. She's done having her own children. Her 10-year-old son was diagnosed with cancer at age 4 and is in remission. And that's an important thing for her, and she focuses on his full recovery. And I said to Stephanie, if I could show you a product that would help rebuild your son's body back to homeostasis and perfect balance after going through an experience of recovering from cancer. Would you be interested? And if that product was appealing to other people and you could work from home and make a small fortune for yourself like I am, would that be of interest to you too? So with her yeses, I shared with Stephanie my digital business card and told her I would follow up with her on Monday so that she could learn more. Then I get out to pick up my car. They call my name, they dangle my keys. I race out to my car and a man stops me at my car door and says, "Hey, before you pull away, I apologize, but I overheard you talking to that gal about CBD, and do you have just a few minutes where you can tell me a little bit about what it is that you have?" So I pulled out of the car wash line, got to a clear space, and spent some time getting to know Albert, just 5 minutes learning that this man had 2 dogs, dachshunds, that have predictable health challenges that he knows CBD may help them recover and improve their quality of life. And he himself has a broken back that he wants to see if CBD can help impact him. I gathered that information from just asking some right questions with Albert. And then I shared my digital business card with him also and set a time certain on Monday that we would follow up. So as I said to you earlier, there's no one single way to market CTFO business. That's the way I'm comfortable. The good news is you can promote this business any way that works for you, as long as what you're doing is legal and ethical. There's lots of different ways and there's still ways that haven't even been thought of yet. I encourage you to play to your own personal strengths and recruit to your weaknesses. Your level of success depends on just a few things: having a positive attitude, being consistent and effective in not just introducing CTFO, but converting people into associates or customers here. And finally, to lead and support the associates that you bring on board so that they can get their win of optimal health and financial freedom. So knowing that your success depends on the connections you make and the people you attract, the question could be, what kind of people do you want to attract? Do you want lazy people, poor people, complainers, negative people, introverts? Well, CTFO is so easy, you almost can't fail unless you quit. But you don't want to target those kinds of people. The kinds of people that I want you intentionally to target are people who possess positive attitudes, who are leaders, winners, passionate people, people who are passionate about CBD, entrepreneurs, network marketers, people who have a special skill set that will apply here, successful people. Success breeds success. People that have a drive, or like Stephanie, people that have a big why to join us. So where do you find these types of people? And the answer is everywhere. Then how do you focus on the right candidates and move efficiently through the qualification and closing process? Well, let's take just a few minutes to quickly review the sales process that we've talked about many times on these Saturday morning trainings. It's very simple. It's just a 4-step process. That's all there is to it. First part of the process is the introduction, or small talk, warm fuzzies, exchanging names and a little bit about yourselves. The second part is fact finding, where you're asking qualifying questions that will lead you to a trial close. And in those questions, you don't want the person in front of you to feel interrogated. You ask those leading questions to expose gaps or pain points in a conversational way. Then once those pain points are exposed, then you present the parts of our business model or our product line that will be most relevant and of greatest interest to the person you're talking to. And then you use terminology like, if I could, would you? If I could show you a natural product that could help your son stay recovered and return to homeostasis, would you give me a few minutes of your time on Monday to talk further about it? Then you close the deal and you set the appointment. You share your business card. Now let's talk how to get in front of the people to use that sales process that we just covered. Remember, introduction, fact find, present, and close. Let me share with you some marketing ideas that some of our CTFO associates are successfully using, and see if one or many of these feel right to you. You can start by reaching out to your warm market. Just make a list of contacts that you have, people, acquaintances, friends online or offline that you know, You can use a memory jocker in order to help you make that list. You can do cold calls, just like telemarketers do. If you're comfortable talking to strangers rather than people you know and care about, you can purchase lead lists, Google certain local groups or businesses, run ads in Craigslist or small industry-specific publications, send out postcards, drop cards, wear buttons or t-shirts that have an enticing CBD message on it. We've got lots of results and enrollments that have been created just that way. You can do text message marketing or email marketing campaigns, or you can do health and career expos or flea markets or residential retirement community centers and get a lot of exposure to a lot of people in a condensed period of time. There are many more possibilities on how you can market your CTFO business. The important thing is to make sure that the hours that you're investing in your business really are income producing activities. That's critical to reach the goal here, especially for people who have other jobs or other opportunities going, or even family commitments. If you only have 10 or 15 hours to grow your CTFO business, make every hour count. Details for each of those marketing options that we talked about could be a training in and of themselves, and we'll get back to those and cover those more in detail in the near future. One of the many things that we as network marketers have as an advantage is that you and I are incentivized and financially rewarded to go out into the marketplace and identify talent and cultivate it. In fact, it's great for us to find someone who has a greater talent and a greater center of influence and can do more than we can do. That's not so in the workforce, but certainly it's one of the benefits of the network marketing model, generally speaking, and specifically here at CTFO. No one gets to the top of this program by themselves. CTFO is a people helping people business. So moving on, let's say your marketing efforts worked and you get that great company generated email letting you know that someone new just joined your team. Then what? Well, today I really want to focus and spend some time with you on what comes next. I'm excited to share with you a simple and effective 3-step process I recently developed that has worked perfectly for me and my new onboard associates, and it'll work for you too. It's a little shift in my business model that's made a big difference on how I'm able to get my brand new associate off to a fast and smart start here at CTFO. When I get that wonderful email notification that someone's just joined my team, the first step of my 3-step process is I email them a templated warm welcome message that only requires me to change their name in the greeting area and at the top, and then one more detail at the bottom. In my opening line, I reference our program, CTFO, and our top performing group of professionals on Team Genesis. Why do I do that? Because runners want to run with runners. People want to know they're attached to a team that's performing, that's doing things, that they can be a part of something bigger than themselves. Next, I share my commitment to build a real relationship with them over time that's going to make us both rich on many levels. And then I tell them what to expect. I direct them to look in their email inboxes for emails coming from Team Genesis that detail our regularly scheduled Wednesday night business briefings that usually include great guest interviews, and our Saturday morning trainings just like this that cover an array of topics that are shared by quality leaders here. And then finally, I ask when my new enrollee is available to speak with me briefly and give them some dates and time options that I'm available and ask them to choose one or offer me an alternate time. That new onboard associate almost always replies to me within a very short period of time, thanking me for my prompt follow-up and reaching out to them and letting me know what time works for them for us to talk. Now we're moving on to the second step in my 3-step process. I call that person at the scheduled time and I have a 15 to 20 minute conversation interview. I lead the conversation to uncover the important things I need to learn about my new associate so I can effectively mentor him or her in a way that suits them. So here's some of the questions I ask in a casual, conversational manner to gather the information I need. First, I ask them to tell me about themselves. We know that everyone's favorite subject is themselves. So I give them the opportunity to do that in a small period of time. Tell me about your work background would be the next question that I would ask. What I'm trying to identify is, are they experienced networkers, brand new to the industry of network marketing? Have they had success in other avenues of business, maybe conventional, and anything else that would be relevant in their work history? Then I'll ask them what kind of skills they have. What I'm looking for is, are they good on social media? Do they have the gift of gab like me? Are they completely fearless in approaching people? What skills do you possess? And then I'm thinking about how that might work here. Are you an influencer of groups of people, or do you know influencers of groups of people? The only thing better than one-on-oneing yourself into success here is to bring groups on board and get to that same end result of a win faster. I'll also ask what their goals are here, health and financial related. I think it's important for me to uncover what people's financial goals are, because it's my intention to earn a 6-figure-a-month income inside of 3 years. Some people aren't so driven and intense, and I need to know that up front so I don't exhaust them, and I meet them where they're at. Now that I have all that critical information in front of me to help them succeed their way without delay. So the third step in my 3-step process is I send them a follow-up email thanking them for their time. And I direct them, I tell them what to do. Subscribe to our robust Teen Genesis YouTube channel. Then I make a suggestion of videos I think will be of interest to them based on what they reveal to me during our conversation. I usually recommend 4 videos by title, and I encourage them to search them out on YouTube and watch them at their first opportunity. I let them know that I hand-selected those videos just for them, and I'm confident that they'll enjoy and benefit from them. For example, if my newly enrolled associate is skeptical about network marketing or never been a part of network marketing, I turn them on to the video of my interview with Michael, our COO, Michael Kahn, who has a strong conventional background, gone network marketing, and he justifies the decision he made to delve into the network marketing industry, and what a great decision that has been. It's a very cerebral interview. Next, if somebody is interested in social media promotion, I might steer them to Kim Milo's video on how to host a successful Facebook party, or Janet Collins' Back to the Basics on building your own Facebook page. Or if somebody's very comfortable in their warm market and talking to people, I might refer them to Patricia Rodriguez's training video on how to host a successful in-home party. If the person I'm talking to, and this is usually a man, not to generalize, but if they're very money driven, I'll direct them to Show Me the Money video shot by Joe Malooly, who's a compensation plan expert, to show them how fortunes can and are being created in CTFO. And if they're very health-oriented, product-driven servants of people, then I might direct them to Dr. Robin Sika's product video, where she does a complete explanation about CBD and the entire endocannabinoid system. It's a fascinating interview from a qualified medical expert. For example, how all of this ties in, ladies and gentlemen, is my Wednesday night interview. For those of you who attended, I interviewed a great couple, Raylyn and Dennis Smith in West Virginia. Now, Raylyn and Dennis are challenged by the same thing that my prospect in the car wash parking lot is challenged with. They both have dogs with health conditions, and Raylyn and Albert share the same challenge of having to recover from a broken back. So I can direct Albert to that compelling video, and he can see himself in it and get new hope on someone who's walked in his shoes and had a significant recovery using CBD to address both of those challenges. So let me share with you how simply brilliant this strategy is. First, it economizes my time. With 200,000 associates on board here now, my time is very limited, and every minute counts. Number 2, it lets my new associate learn from someone other than me, who has a greater understanding and skill set in an area where I may be weak. Number 3, I'm sharing videos that contain information and strategies that are relevant to them. I think about it this way, ladies and gentlemen. If I took my associate by the arm and walked them into an AMC theater and there's 25 shows playing, I know not all 25 are going to be of interest and suited for that associate, but I do know that there's some. And because I know all 25 movies playing in that AMC theater, I can wisely guide that associate to look at the movie in theater 4, then 11, then 17, then 21 to get off to a great start here with me. And the process that I'm explaining to you today, finally, is 100% duplicatable and free for you to use. Finally, then I close out my second email by letting my new associate know that once he or she has reviewed those videos, it'll be time for us to schedule a follow-up call and we'll have lots to talk about. That's it. But here's the cincher. I know my videos that I've recorded because I've been on every one of those Wednesday night business briefings and Saturday morning training webinars. So to help you shortcut your learning curve here, for those of you who haven't been good about attending, I have tasked my assistant to develop a document that displays the titles of all 53 videos we've now recorded to date and categorize them for you so you can quickly grab the appropriate material for your new onboarding associate. I hope you love it. I encourage you not to just try this once, but instead make this a part of your onboarding experience always. Klaus and I will commit you to keep doing these webinars and keep updating that document with newly shot videos for your benefit and the benefit of your new onboard associates, but it comes with some expectations. Klaus and I want you to commit to attend these webinars live whenever possible. Lead by example and encourage your team to do the same. Subscribe to our Team Genesis YouTube channel before you instruct others to do it. And use what I'm sharing with you this morning and let Klaus and I know how we can improve this process so that you can have better and better outcomes. I want to encourage you to email us if you would like copies of my warm introductory email and my follow-up email after my first conversation, along with a spreadsheet that categorizes our videos and by title and description so that you have all these great tools at your fingertips and you don't have to invent them yourself. You simply have to send an email to teamgenesis19@gmail.com. In the subject header, show 3-step process. And then in the body of the email, please provide us with your CTFO associate ID, your username, and name. You can find your CTFO ID in the right side of the first page in the back office of your CTFO website. I hope you take advantage of it. I hope it betters your business model as it's done for me, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have time for today. Again, I want to thank you for joining us live this morning. I hope you gleaned some great ideas from what I shared with you here today. Klaus and I look forward to seeing you Wednesday night for our regularly scheduled Team Genesis webinar at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Good day for now.